Welcome back to the Survive and Thrive series. I'm Nathan Hurd, Chief Growth Officer with the Oxford Club, and today I want to talk to you about something that is finite. It's inescapable and yet so powerful that it can influence the pleasure or pain we feel moment to moment, day to day, and year to year. It's the one thing that every man, woman, and child on earth have equal. It's time. You see, whether you're Jeff Bezos or the Queen of England or, a auto mechanic in Cleveland or a rice farmer in Thailand, you, me, all of us have the same number of hours in a day. Now, there are countless books and systems on time management, and that's probably the last thing that you need at this stage. I'm going to offer you today some very simple steps you can take to both notice and appreciate your time so that you can get more of what matters to occur. But time's a tricky concept. I've heard many people say over the years, I wish there were 48 hours in a day. Haven't you heard that? And right now, during this virtual lockdown we've been under for 5 months, you may be saying the opposite. You may be saying, I've got too much time on my hands. That's just it. You see, what is time? Time is a feeling. How many people have had 3 hours just fly by in seconds? We have these phrases like, where did the time go? Time flies when you're having fun. Time is of the essence, right? But how many of you have had 3 hours feel like an eternity? We have the classic example of the road trip. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? This morning, in fact, I'm brushing my daughter's hair, okay? Never thought I would be doing that at a certain stage, but we're rushing out the door. She can brush her hair. It just takes her quite a long time. So I was helping her to brush out her knots, and she's looking down at her brother, talking, laughing. It goes by in 2 seconds, and we're out the door. I can tell you, we have had many other times like this where it was a totally different experience. She was screaming, it's taking forever. What's the difference? The difference is, what she was feeling, what she was noticing in that moment. And nowadays, your attention is under assault every moment. It used to be that we could, if we didn't want to see people, if we didn't want distraction, we could change our location. We could avoid going to common areas. We could avoid the elevator. Nowadays, with our phones, everyone is in your pocket trying to reach you with the TV, the phone. Our attention is under constant demand. Oftentimes, things that matter get put off until tomorrow, right? And the problem, of course, with tomorrow is that tomorrow becomes today and tomorrow never comes. So there's a simple distinction that I'd like you to consider. There are two concepts: the experiencing self, which is if you take a walk, for example, what is your actual experience step by step, moment by moment through that activity? And then there's the remembering self, right? Which we all know can be a little different. That's when you're looking back on experience and you're remembering what it was like. Let's say you took a walk and you walk back in the door and someone asks you, how was that walk? Well, you might say, that was a pretty good walk. It was really nice outside. But maybe moment to moment, while you were walking, you felt a pain in your foot, or it was hot outside, or what have you. They're two different things. And we all know, looking back on our lives, that experiences that were painful or excruciating, we can often remember as positive, strengthening, growth experiences. So in order to better think about this and appreciate your time, let me give you a very simple step to take. For the next 7 days, I'd like you to write down 2 things at the end of each day. The first is, what was the most rewarding use of your time that day? And I'd also like you to write, what was the least rewarding use of your time? Do this for 7 days. And at the end of that time, Look at that list. How much of what's on that list is helping you to move towards something that truly matters to you? Awareness is the key. Just noticing how you spend your time will help you to do more of what matters and less of what doesn't fill you up. We want to notice and appreciate how we spend our time so that we can change the fundamental question we're asking. What do I need to do? And instead, we want to think about, what is my outcome? What's important to me? And how do I make sure there is always enough time for that? Thank you so much. Leave your comments below. Please click the link. Let me know what you think about time and the concept of time. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, be relentless. This has been Survive and Thrive.